Hello, true art believers, and welcome to today's live art stream. This is Pierson. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world, and I hope you're doing well today. So we're going to be doing the standard Tuesday drawing, which is a what is it again? I totally forgot. It's figure drawing, gesture drawings. Um, and I'm actually going to be doing a twofer today because I missed yesterday's live art stream. I just missed it. I'm going to talk about that actually and talk about how I try my best never to miss twice, and I try to make up for it. So I'm trying to make up for it. It's going to be kind of difficult. So I'm going to be doing another one later on today, either an hour and a half from now or maybe late at night. It all depends on how fast everything goes. So without further ado, let's begin today's gesture drawings. All right. All right. Before I begin, though, I would like everyone that's interested in this type of stuff to join my Discord channel. I very much appreciate it. I'm trying to build it up, and I don't really have anyone in there, and so it'd be kind of nice to have some people that want to help me build a community and help me build a better live art stream so I can serve you guys. Okay, so I can help you guys, serve you guys, entertain you, and maybe you learn something along the way, or maybe you don't. I don't know, but it'd be kind of nice. Anyways, let's begin. I'm going to send a link here in the comment section or in the chat, and just if you're interested, don't forget to click on that link. Anyways, I'm going to begin right about now. We're going to close this window and minimize it at least, and then we're going to move. Yeah, we're going to move that right here. And so let's double check, see my brushes, what kind of brush I'm using. Scratchy. That's what I love. Let me get this. There we go. And let's remove that, and get the brush up to the size that I want it. We're going to be doing some figure drawings right about. Wait, 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I got to have some coffee. And we're going to begin now. We're going to begin right now. So these are going to be 1 minute. So if you like, that's why you're going to want, like, these are 1 minute gesture drawings. And so we're just going to let's just kind of move around here. Let's move the brush, the pencil around here and kind of get like the feeling of the figure. This is 1 minute figure drawing. Here we go. You're naked. Yes, you are. You're not wearing any clothes. But why are you looking on the back? What's he doing? I don't know. This is not that good. Oh, it started out so good, and now it's not so much. Let's kind of straighten things out a little bit. Give this guy a tricep muscle. And give him the forearm muscle. That's off. There we go. All right. That wasn't turning out too well. All right. This one's going to be better. This won't be better. This won't be better. All right, here we go. Kind of move around, get the torso in, move, zigzags, move the brush, move their brush. Don't forget to move your brush. So it's a good day because, well, it's just nice out. I got to spend some time outside, and that's like, it's amazing how much just like spending time outside really can just put you in a better mood. But last night, man, I was intending on do my live stream really late. And I was going to do it, but what happened was I made a shelf or constructed a shelf, and once I got done with that shelf, I was like, it was late, and I just didn't want to do it. I just didn't want to do a live stream so late, and so that's why I didn't do it. I didn't do a live stream that late because I was tired, and yeah, I was tired. No excuses. What did I do? Oh gosh, I hate it when it happens. Um, but yeah, I wanted to do my live stream. I totally did, and it just didn't happen. It was by the time I got done with building that shelf, it was like midnight, and I just looked at the clock, and I was just like, I'm so tired. It's just it's just this what I looked at it and I said, this is not happening. And I tried not to beat myself up over it. I wanted to do my live stream. I had all this other like stuff I did. I went everywhere, man. I went to the post office. I went to uh, Home Depot. I went to Walgreens. I went to the grocery store. I went to I don't know where else. I went to some other places. I went to multiple places, and it was just too much. Like I went everywhere, and I did all these things. This is not a good drawing, by the way. I went everywhere, and I just couldn't do it. Okay, we got to go back to kind of like just moving around. I like that. I like that little that this kind of actiony. So I think we're gonna do that for this drawing. We're just gonna kind of scritchy scratchy it, right? We're gonna scritchy scratchy it and then get the feeling of the figure or whatever we can of the figure done in a relative whatever, and kind of just get that there. Yep, just kind of just move the figure around here. And we gotta get this guy's head. Let's get his head here. Whoa! No, that's too big. We're just gonna do like a block for the head for now because he's got like an awkward head. This model in particularly that they use for this website, he's got a weird kind of like a blocky. It's like blocky in the back. It's really blocky in the back. I don't know what I'm doing. Stop, stop, stop. But yeah, I didn't make it last night, and I wanted to so bad. I was so exhausted, and I'm doing this for fun, man. I'm doing the live stream for fun, and I just didn't want it to be like I didn't want to feel bitter about it. So I've started to like be like more like forgiving of myself if I miss that day, because I usually if I miss it, the next day is usually I have more free time, because what typically happens on the days that if I miss that day, it's because I was trying to do some stuff to kind of get ahead the next day. So like today, I got ahead by constructing the uh the bookshelf, and now I don't have to do the bookshelf today. And so because of that, I have the time to do this live stream now, and I have the time to do another live stream. Actually, technically, I had to sacrifice something else to kind of get to doing two live streams today. This is gonna suck, man. This is gonna suck. This guy sucks. This is a terrible figure. What is this guy? What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop barking. Roar. There we go. I don't know why I don't know why I did that. So I'm getting all this. I'm just doing all this like cruddy. I'm just doing this cruddy stuff right now to kind of get it out of my system. Right. I need to get it out of my system. I really do. I need to get all this out of my system. Get out of my system, you brush. All right. I'm gonna sip some coffee now. Now you're out of my system. Let's go ahead and get back to like something that is a little bit less bad. Yeah, so I just decided that I didn't want to do the live stream late at night, and I decided that I'm going to do it today. Now, normally sometimes when I decide to do that, I end up missing it a second time, and it becomes like a like this never ending like thing where I'm playing catch up with the previous day. And I think all of us experienced that, where we may have something we have to do, and we're supposed to do it that day, but we miss that day, And so we try our best to kind of uh, make up for it the next day, and then we miss it the next day, and we miss it the other day. We just kind of miss it over and over again until it's almost like impossible to catch up. Um, and I want everyone to know, like, you can catch up to things. You just got to be vigilant with it. Like, so I want everyone to know that you just don't miss twice. This is not my idea. This is something from the book Atomic Habits, where he calls it like don't he calls it the idea where, like, you don't miss twice, where if you miss your workout one day, don't miss it the next day, right? You make it a point to go to the gym or wherever you're doing your exercises. You make it a point to not miss for a second time. And yeah, so you want to make it a point that way. You want to make it be very intentful. Be ha, Gosh darn, I can't even think words right. You want to not miss it. And I hate saying, like, I don't want to sound like a broken record, like, because I'm trying to find different ways of explaining it other than just don't miss it the second time. And it's like there's no other way for me to, like, explain it any more basic or to kind of explain it differently. Like, just don't miss it a second time. Darn it, just don't miss it twice. It's so easy of a thing to think about, right? Like, the concept is so simple, but it's infinitely very difficult to achieve, because, like, if you miss it once, sometimes there's a psychological thing that happens where you're like, well, I missed it once, it won't hurt to miss it again. Like, I don't, like someone who goes on a diet and then they, like, sweat, they kind of fall off the wagon, right, their diet wagon. And then they start, like, rationalizing, like, oh well, since I missed it once, it's not going to be like, if I missed it once, it's not going to hurt to have this cheesecake again, or whatever it is, right? And it does hurt, right? You're not doing yourself you're doing yourself a disservice by like what was it called, like, by falling off the bandwagon. You should just follow through and not miss it again. Like, yes, it hits you in a psychological manner, right? Like, it psychologically messes you up, right? When you're like, oh, because you kind of, like, failed yourself, right? When you miss something, or you miss a goal, right? You do kind of fail yourself in a sense, where you're like, oh man, I wish I didn't do that, right? But you don't want to think of it that way. You just keep going and keep your eye on the ball. And if you miss once, that's fine. Just don't make it a habit of missing twice. The reason why is because if you miss it again, then you start a whole new stream of habits, like, where you're making a whole new, like, pathway of habits that you don't want to do. You don't want to kind of dive into, right? So just if you miss once, forgive yourself, right? Don't get too like what would you call it, like, upset over it. Don't beat yourself up over it, and move on, and then go about your day, and then do again the next day. Do better the next day. Don't miss it again. So, like me, I missed yesterday's live stream. I could have done it. I would have been very bitter about it too, right? I would have been very, like, tired, bitter, and I just didn't want to do it at midnight. Like, I've done enough of those at midnight, and I just don't like how I feel when I'm doing them at that time. So, uh, you know, I just decided to, like, not do it, and made, like, a resolution with myself that I'm going to do it again. I'll do another one tomorrow, or I'll do two tomorrow, aka today, right? And so that's what I'm doing. We're at 15 minutes. I did a bunch of 1 minute drawings. Now let's go ahead and let's move to 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And we're just going to go to 3 minutes. I'm going to do 3 minutes. And we'll see what I can get done. But, just stick to it, man. Don't miss 2 times in a row, because what happens is you are making a new chain of a new sequence of habits by shifting by moving by missing again and again over and over again. You're kind of starting a whole new pathway, a whole new neural connection of habit stacking, right? So just forgive yourself for missing, right? If you're missing a workout, or you missed some sort of dance class, or you missed writing in your booklet, or missed journaling, whatever's important to you that you're trying to do daily, don't dwell over it. Forgive yourself and move forward, man. Just move forward. There's always like it's your life is too short to kind of dwell in those like minute things, right? Those really small things that don't really matter, but we tend to kind of dwell on them, right? We tend to kind of hang out in that area of like, oh, blah, this sucks, poor pitiful me. I'm not happy with things. Like, yeah, we tend to kind of hang out in that area, you know, and it's just like I think we're just like trained. Like, there's some biology involved with that, but also like some nurture that's kind of kind of like instilled in us. So like parents instilled it to us to kind of look on the negative side, you know. Very few parents I've always had like have been like exceptionally positive about everything. Um, like, except we're talking about like things that like just like abnormally positive about stuff, right? Like people like I've never encountered like a parent that's like just like upbeat and like super positive. There's never, I don't know, that maybe that's changed, or maybe I was in wrong, whatever. I've met nice parents, other family members, like I met nice people who had a nice demeanor, but like, it was always like, and I don't know where I was going with that, but it's not worth it to kind of dwell on these negative things that we have, right? It really isn't. It kind of just it really grinds at you, right? It grinds at you. It wears on you, and it's not good for your health. I hear that like if you kind of dwell on these things, like it can it can actually harm your health. Like, you may be physically all right, but if you have like negative thoughts, like your body will manifest them. Like, it will create those issues. It will create like illness for you. It will make them for you. I don't like these laying down photos, by the way. I've got a lot of them. But yeah, it will create them for you. Oopsie daisy. I need to write on here. 3 minutes. And then I think once I get to once I get to like 25 minutes, I'll do 1 5-minute one and then call it a day. All right. So here we go. I've gotten 2 lying down figure poses, and since I don't have enough room to really fit it in here, I'm just going to focus on the top part of the figure, right? And even then, I can't fit it in there because lying down poses just take too much of my. They just take too much like of me to kind of think about them. They're really difficult. They're like I think the lying down poses get me because they're so subtle with with whatever. They're just really subtle. Like they confuse me because of like how subtle they are. Like I don't know. I still haven't seemed to crack it. I think I'll have to like once I find like I'll probably one of these days there'll be like a video I see that like will break it down from some artist that is uh phenomenal and be like, oh my gosh, why didn't I not think of it like that? And then they show me some sort of like drawing tip that like completely changes my drawing mentality with lying down photos, and then all of a sudden they become super easy for me. But right now, they're kind of like the bane of my existence. This one's kind of difficult because I can't tell how long his torso is. His head's way off. Uh, yeah, his head's way off. His torso, blah blah blah. It's got this. He's got his hand here, and his torso kind of does something like this. And then, yeah, laying down poses always kind of throw me off. Oh no, I'm locking up. I'm locking up on me, man. I could feel it. I could feel the lockup. All right. Wow. This sucks. I don't have enough time to do any corrections. That's how I feel. Sad. Next one. This one's good if I had 10 minutes to work on it. Like if I had 10 minutes, whoops. If I had 10 minutes to work on it, it'd be really, really good. I need to kind of I draw my figures way too big, right? Like I draw them too big. I do. And the heads are too big. Everything's just too big, right? And I'm just trying to because I can't seem to get the figures in the like this one's difficult because it's a face forward view, and our as artists we tend to like we want to kind of we want to um make the figure more symmetrical, right? And he's pretty symmetrical as is. Oh my gosh, I am locking up on me. I'm locking up. I'm locking up. Do 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 do. Yeah, I'm not feeling it today. I think I actually struggled with this one a while ago as well. Should I have tried to get this guy in the frame? The the is he standing on his tippy toes? I can't tell. It looks like his oh great. Anyways, that would I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna fiddle around with this for a little bit more, and then I'm gonna do one 5-minute drawing. right here to the sweep. The problem with these, like, I always struggle with these like straightforward photos because what happens is when you have this like symmetrical like left and right side, we're like as artists we want to make the figure like symmetrical, but this person's not symmetrical, right? There's subtle nuances from the left and right side, and you want to kind of capture them. Another thing is I didn't make his torso long enough. I think the reason why is because I wanted to get the figure in the frame, and I was worried that if I made his torso too long, like if I dragged it out, his feet would be either hanging off the frame or not. I don't know. Um, and this particular pose, when they do this, their trapezius muscle tends to get tucked back, and so like you want to not give them this giant muscle here. But sometimes what happens is you can end up doing that. I'm just gonna add a little bit of shadow right here, and I don't know. I might just end up working on this for another 5 minutes, another 3 minutes, just kind of play around with it until I get it to a and say it'll be like a 7 minute drawing. I don't think I made his shoulders big enough on this side. So when you're doing like these bodybuilder figures, right? Like you want to, they're not superheroes. Like the superheroes, they'll like exaggerate and add they'll exaggerate the abs, right? They'll give them more definition than what they really have. And so that's where you got to try to avoid that. You want to try to get the what you're actually seeing with the figure. Like you want to actually try to draw the actual figure and not like the idealization of the figure. Like so sometimes when we doing these type of like these like muscular figures is we'll like idealize the actual figure, like we'll make him bigger than he really is. And I could like, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. And I'm trying to avoid making him look like Ronnie Coleman with massive arms. Like, don't get me wrong, this guy's a big dude, right? He's not a small dude. Like he's got some pretty big muscles, right? Some muscular development, but he's not like he's got uh massive pipes like Ronnie Coleman or Jay Cutler in his heyday, you know. And I used to be into that stuff, so I used to be into it quite a bit, but not anymore. I don't watch that stuff, you know. So you want to avoid this idea where you're going to make them like look like a monster, because that can happen a lot if you're not if you're not trying to actually capture what the person looks like, what his build actually is. And that's the problem with doing like these muscular figures, especially these poses that are very heroic looking. Like he's got like a Superman like heroic pose, right? And we've kind of ingrained it in society where like that's that pose we want them to look like, you know, larger than life. And so I can see how I would um, get to that point, you know. And yeah, so here we go. It's kind of playing around. And so it's time. I need to kind of cut it short now. Um, but this is a good little run. I kind of like what I've been doing. So I feel like this was pretty good. Not great. I could have done better, but it was a good warm up. I have to get to I have to say that this was a good warm up. I think what it really takes for me to kind of get really good at things is I need to spend hours and hours at it, and like like interrupted time. I need like a big warm up, like the longest warm up to draw ever. It's like abnormally, like almost like too long. Like if you were going to the gym and I was if I was at the gym and I was warming up and I warmed up just like like I did with my art, I would need like 2 hours like to be warmed up and to actually do my workout. And they're like so much so that the people are like, is what's taking him so long? Why isn't he not? We already done our workout, and he hasn't even finished doing like stretching his hip flexors, right? He hasn't even finished that. What's he doing over there? He's just like stretching and stretching his rotator cuffs and such. Why is he doing that? He should be done by now. Yeah, so it usually takes me a while. It takes me a long, long while to kind of get warmed up to any type of like drawing. And then I get some momentum, but it usually takes a while. And it's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. I think we have this like we have this like this world where everyone's always so impatient, He's got this like leg here, like that. And we're just gonna kind of shadow it like this. It's kind of fun. And add a like a tone here. And then his forearm right here is really dark. And then right here is pretty dark too. And I didn't get his elbow actually tucks in more. And this elbow actually tucks in more. So technically that doesn't look like that. Right? It's more like that. And his tricep, oh, my finger's going numb. It's kind of a little bit bigger here. This, yeah. Anyways, I think I'm done for the day. I'm gonna put my P22 day 403. So that's it for the day. It was a good warm up session. I gotta go ahead and take a break. I'm gonna be back to do day 404 because I missed yesterday, and as I said, this is a twofer. So I'm gonna be doing 2 live streams in one day. So basically, 2 drawing sessions do 2 figure drawing sessions in one day. Not bad. Anyways, I just want to say thank you so much for watching today's live art stream. This is Pierson here. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world, and I hope to see you a little bit later. Yeah, a little bit later, and hopefully I'll be warmed up or more warmed up because I did a drawing. I've already done a live stream, so I'm gonna have a little bit of a sensitivity to rendering and drawing. So I'll be back later, and thank you so much. And cheers. I need to find this little button here. All right, there it is.